Call the Board of Commissioners meeting to order at 10:01. All those who are able, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, do we have any public here for comment for items not appearing on today's agenda? Seeing none, any additions to the agenda from the board?
I don't think so.
No? Okay. Moving on to our meeting minutes. If they're good, we'll take a motion to approve the minutes from the meeting held on January 20th.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the minutes from the meeting held on January 20th. All those in favor do so by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. And we have an announcement, the 2026 Hometown Hero Banner Program, and I believe possibly a parade, too.
Oh,
All right, so
As long as it's
take
not
it
this
away.
week, you're all right.
Yeah, no, wouldn't do it this week. So take it away, Brian and Deb.
Okay, I am here on behalf of Historic Bellefonte Incorporated and the Hometown Hero Banner Committee. We are proud to say that this year will be our 6th year of sponsoring the Hometown Heroes by placing banners throughout our downtown. And we are extremely excited to share with everything that is happening with that dedication. In the past, we dedicated the banners on Veterans Day, November 11th.
Is it on?
It was, but now it's
Oh,
off.
Okay,
want me to start over?
maybe. Why don't
Okay.
you do that?
All right. I'm here on behalf of Historic Bellefonte Incorporated and the Hometown Hero Banner Committee. We are proud to say that this is our 6th round of sponsoring the Hometown Hero banners for our downtown. We're extremely excited to share with everything that is happening with this dedication. In the past, we dedicated the banners on November 11th, Veterans Day. This year, HBI, the Hometown Hero Banner Committee, along with DBI, are proud to say that with America celebrating its 250th birthday, the combined groups are putting together a patriotic parade on Friday evening, July 5th at 5:30. After which, there will be the dedication of the Hometown Hero banners and a 75-minute patriotic concert with the combined community bands of Bellefonte and State College. I want the public to know that with the banner applications, which will be available starting this weekend, they will be available for download from Historic Bellefonte Incorporated website, Bellefonte Borough website, the Bellefonte Hometown Hero Facebook page, and they will be available for hard copy pickup at the Bellefonte Borough offices, the Bellefonte train station, and Carrie Benninghoff's office. And hopefully I can get a few more places to put hard copies and also attach the links to the applications from our websites. I want to clarify, and this is on the applications, that in the past, they were able to take the completed applications to the train station. That no longer can happen. The applications are to be taken and dropped off at the Bellefonte Borough office on Spring Street or to Carrie Benninghoff's office on High Street. And all of that information is on the applications. Along with the banner applications, at all of the places that I had mentioned they were available, the registration to be part of the parade will also be available. Because this is America's 250th, and Bellefonte is the county seat and home to 7 governors, we really want to show our patriotic spirit with a tremendous celebratory parade. So please, we are asking all types of groups that like to party to come and party with us on July 3rd. Twirling groups, dance groups, athletic clubs, scout troops, church groups, civic organizations, any and everything. We want them to celebrate with us. The parade is going to go downhill from the high school at Bellefonte to Talleyrand Park. So the little twirlers do not have to march up the hill. With all of that being said, I have a couple of favors to ask of the commissioners. First, I would love it if you would make a proclamation proclaiming Friday, July 3rd, Bellefonte's Day to celebrate America's 250th birthday. Secondly, if there happens to be any grant money laying around unclaimed, I could apply for, I would greatly appreciate you letting me know that we can make this something that Center County and Bellefonte can be proud of. I want to thank you for your time. Please come out and help us celebrate this wonderful milestone for America, and also to honor the heroes that will be displayed through our downtown.
Cool. Great. Well, thank you, Deb. Did you have anything you wanted to add, Brian?
Parade's gonna be
Friday the 3rd. Yes. Friday, July 3rd is the parade. Yeah,
And do you have a rough kickoff time?
at 5:30.
5:30.
Yep.
in the evening.
It will step off at 5:30. It's too hot to do a parade in the afternoon in
Agreed.
July.
Yep,
Yes.
yep.
That's a problem we'd like to have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, today, yes, it would be.
Think about that now.
Yeah, we'll remember that this day.
Yeah.
The downhill part of the Bellefonte parade was always nice.
Yes.
The snowshoe parade is uphill the whole way.
Yep.
Yes.
So is our homecoming parade, which is why it's easier to go downhill. Okay, thank you.
Well, don't go away. Did you have
Yeah.
anything else you wanted to add, Brian?
No,
No, you're good?
she always carries everything.
Okay.
Okay.
All
She
right.
writes it
We,
down. She's
I was,
better than I am.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
and we are working on, but it hasn't come together just yet,
Yeah.
to have different civic and church groups put ethnic food tables around Talleyrand, since we are the melting pot, that's how we became America, to have different tables of ethnic foods around there. We're just starting to work on that,
right.
so hopefully that can all come together.
Well, that sounds great. There's a number of Bellefonte restaurants. I'd love to have staffing tables there, including Bellefonte Walk, Bonfatos, et cetera, et cetera.
Yep, well, if we can get the church groups and the civics groups
Yeah.
to help us out,
Yeah.
that they can make some samples of things, would be great.
Wonderful. Well, thanks, Deb, for organizing everything, as Brian mentioned, and appreciate having the banners. And looks like you've got a lot of stuff now planned for July 3rd, which is a Friday.
Yes, it is.
So that
Yes,
will,
and
will
a
make
holiday
things
for a
enjoyable.
lot.
Yeah.
Holiday
And
for a lot.
would recommend getting ready to apply to the Happy Valley Adventure Bureau.
Okay.
Because this does seem to be a fit for the tourism grant program.
Perfect.
So
Great.
that'd be great. Thanks again, and Commissioner Concepcion.
Sounds like a great event. Yeah, and I think, yeah, that's a good point about the tourism grant
Yeah.
program seems like a good fit for, an application there. And
I will do
yeah,
that.
really just thanks to all the people who are going to be putting effort into making this
I
happen.
was going to
know
say,
that
there's going to be a
takes
whole lot of hands behind the
volunteers.
scene.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, most of the festivities occur down at Talleyrand at the end of the parade, is that kind of the
Correct.
idea? Okay.
Yes,
So
correct.
the parade will start probably up by the high school and work its way down
Right.
to Talleyrand Park, and that's where all
Yes,
the
and I
festivities
am
will
working, because of parking limited, I am working at getting some buses to be able to transport if people want to park at. I'm going to try to find a church, or we can't use the high school because that's where the parade will be forming, but try to find a parking lot somewhere to put some cars that we can take and transport people down because of parking limits.
Perfect.
Okay,
Wonderful.
all right, great.
Don't go away. Tim, do you have any questions? The parade, the events, banners? All right. Wonderful. Well, thanks again, Deb and Brian, for arranging the Hometown Hero Banner Program and announcing the parade in Bellefonte. We missed it. There are
Yep.
always good stories from the Bellefonte parade. and
Absolutely.
Always food down at Talleyrand.
Good memories from childhood.
Great. Well, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
you.
Thanks, Deb.
All right, now moving on to proclamation number 5, proclaiming February as Career and Technical Education Month in Center County. And Aaron, do you want me to announce these in the order you have them written?
That's just, it's up to them. I figured you'd take them up in groups.
Right,
Yeah.
right. All right, so the first one we have on the list is State College. I believe you must be Ben.
I am.
Yeah, why don't you sit over there, and that way everybody can get good angles for Tim and CNAP.
Tell us about career and technical education today.
Yes.
Thank you. Well, today we have a little bit of snow we're dealing with. So
Didn't notice.
unfortunately, we had a couple students lined up to be here,
Yeah.
but we're not able to do field trips like that are before were to show up to school. So it'll just be me today.
All right.
So yeah, at the State College, right now we have 15 different programs, and this year we're a little over 1,800 of our students are enrolled in one of our CTE programs.
Which is
Yeah.
vast majority, yeah.
So we have about 2,300 students, and a lot of them are going to be run as electives.
Yeah.
It's going to help them kind of get a good foundation and figure out what they want to do with their life and get some good life skills. And then as they get into like their 11th and 12th grade, now we'll get more into the approved CTC programs where they can end up with a certificate and industry credentials and things like that.
Well, it's a tremendous program, Ben. My son went through that program, and he now has a very high-paying job in IT. And I think the first certificate he received was a Cisco certificate from your program. And of course, I've toured the program areas many times. The car repair maintenance area is amazing. The food's always great. I'll also praise the food at CPI too. They're both great. But really appreciate everything you're doing there, working with the teachers, working with the students, and massive percentage of participation. I think you said 1,800 out of 2,300 students.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep. And there's a lot of great like after-school programs
Yeah.
as well, like clubs and activities,
Yes.
and it's just a really well-rounded opportunity for students.
Now, Commissioner Concepcion is something of an expert on.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks for being here. These programs have just been, tremendous for our students in State College. I know that there's been discussion about why State College runs its own CTC program, and it really has come down to the students being able to take those classes as electives rather than committing to, being there, moving locations for part of the day. And so that was a big part of the decision-making that went into the design for the new high school and, building out those program spaces. And I think it's been a tremendous success. So, yeah, my son also went through the architecture drafting program in the CTC, and now he's a fourth-year architecture student at Penn State and really enjoying it. And I think that program really gave him a sense of what the field is, and, going into a college-level program, he already had a lot of the skills that he would be building his first year. So he really felt extremely prepared because he had gone through that program. And another one of my kids has done some of the computer graphics programs, and those are, kids are really able to build skills that they're able to use like immediately when they finish school. And so it's great for them to be able to have those programs that really connect their future with what they're able to do now. So, yeah, thank you.
Commissioner Dershowitz?
Well, I think there's several things that artificial intelligence can replace, but one of them is not hands-on repair of
Yeah.
whether it's HVAC or electricity, plumbing, or the skilled arts like that really make a difference. And even to be in a situation where you can get a taste of that, those are life skills that will serve you literally forever. And I think it's fantastic that those are available to so many young people. We appreciate that. So,
And
thank
we've
you for
really
coming.
enjoyed the dinners that the culinary
Yeah.
program puts on throughout the spring.
Speaking of life
yeah.
skills,
Yeah,
Right.
it's a great life.
That are
skill.
open to the public. So those are a great opportunity to see what kids are working on.
Yes. So, JJ and Aaron, did you envision that we would do a photo for each school?
Whatever y'all would like.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
All right. Okay.
let's do it at the end.
Well, I'm thinking maybe we
Okay.
do three separate
All right,
ones.
all right.
That way each school can kind of show their group. So why don't we start with State College, and then we'll segue into CPI, and we'll do the motion at the end. Sorry, that's a little extra. Work on JJ and Aaron's. Now, all right, center on State College here on the map. Move toward me a bit. Yeah, you can cover that. Thank you. Thanks for coming.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay. All right, and now we have a number number of highly regarded medium-sized school districts in Center County, including Bellefonte, Penns Valley, and Bald Eagle. Did I get all of them? Okay. And so they are represented at the high school level by CPI, and we have the, is it executive director? Ooh, I'm really rolling here today. Mary Ann Boulders, and we have a couple of students. I have Jessica, is it Limber and Colson? Okay, so I know one of you is an instructor. So if you would, they're all students?
Now, Jessica. Well, actually, two of them are,
Jessica's.
Yeah, I was saying, I thought Jessica was not a student anymore.
and we also have another instructor among us. Yeah, but
Okay, all right. Well, why don't you come around to the side here and, yep. So now we'll talk about Central Pennsylvania Institute, which also has a number of great programs that the high school students and even adults enjoy. So I don't know who's kicking this off. Is that Jessica?
Sure, I will,
All
yes.
right.
So thank you for having us. My name is Jessica Martin. I'm the Vice President of CPI, of Secondary Ed. Years ago, I was an instructor there, but now I took over from Mary Ann. So thank you so much. We are so grateful that you are recognizing the importance of career and technical education. At CPI, we take pride into training our future workforce, which we know CTE is the backbone of America. So thank you for that. We have, Mary Ann and I brought two outstanding students with us today. We have Colson, who is a high school student in collision repair, and we have Limber, who is a post-secondary student in welding. And then on Limber's free time, he also is an employee of CPI and helps us out with our maintenance staff. So I'm going to turn it over to them because I know that's who you really want to hear from. So Limber, you want to go ahead and start?
Yeah, of course. Any questions before I begin?
Eventually, would you potentially be looking for a job? We can
he
always
already
use good
has
people.
one.
Well, he has
Don't
one,
be
but
stealing, don't be
maybe-
stealing them
maybe
away.
he needs another one.
Yeah, maybe I could work
blush.
3. Yeah,
All
that's
right,
fine.
there
That's
you go.
Something I learned while being in CPI and also being employed there is that the staff, the faculty is just amazing, downright. They treated me just like family day one, and down to my teacher who taught me everything I know as of right now. Just an amazing class and something I look forward to every day. I'm excited to go to class, and I wouldn't replace it for anything, really.
Wonderful. Well, I know welding is a fabulous skill to have. Are you actually potentially doing some of the welding on the big pipes for the natural gas?
I'm really looking for more of a fabrication job. For an
Okay.
example, Spicers is a company that I've been
Yeah.
really looking forward to join
All right.
for a co-op opportunity.
Yeah.
But if it was an opportunity for me to do that, I would.
All right. So more into manufacturing.
Yep.
Welding's a very flexible skill.
I would
Wonderful.
say.
And Colson, what would you like to add?
Well, so I'm in the collision repair program, and I will say when I first came to CPI, I had no clue on what I wanted to do. So I walked in the building and I got greeted by all the faculty and all
Yeah.
the staff members, and they treated me great from day one. And ever since that, I loved the place, so I was like, well, I have to come here. So I ended up going to collision repair, and the instructor, Brian Hummel, opened right up to me and gave me everything I needed to know. And we sat down and talked in his classroom for a while. And once I heard him talk about how good the program was and how well he would do and the certificates that he would provide, I decided to take up the program. And well, now I'm doing stuff I had no clue that there was even existing. So.
Well, that's also a real valuable area and kind of a little different job where when you're done, you want to make it look like nothing happened.
Yep.
Yeah. So
That's
that's very difficult because I've tried a couple collision repairs and they didn't go well.
Yeah, that's probably the greatest part of it.
Yeah.
It's making everything look nice. So. And then I'm probably gonna look into the insurance part of it. So
Oh, okay.
look into insurance appraising, and
Yeah.
I'm looking into more Erie insurance.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm looking towards doing that, so.
Yeah,
that's
well, that'd
great.
be great, because you'd have the background
Yeah.
and you know how it's all done and how difficult the work can be.
Yep.
Wonderful. Well, I've kind of been hogging the time.
That's
Commissioner
okay.
Concepcion?
Yeah, thanks for sharing your programs with us. You know, this really shows like the variety of paths that students can go with career and technical education. There's, you know, something like collision repair, you know, that you could work in the insurance industry as well as, you know, hands-on in the shop. And welding, I know, is like very much an art as well as, you know, the technical science of learning how to weld. So, you know, it's great to hear about your programs. I've really enjoyed when I've been able to visit CPI and serving on the Occupational Advisory Board there as well. Getting to hear, you know, the plans that you have for the future, your strategy going forward, that blends, you know, both secondary and post-secondary education, just provides tremendous opportunities for folks in our community. One of the things that I got to see last time I was there was a new device in your medical sciences program, which I think you were able to get with a grant.
Yes.
That is essentially like a large replica, almost like of an operating table that has a computer simulation of a body on the table, and you can go through all the different body systems, all the organs, muscles, nerves, tissue, bones, to be able to really get a sense of the anatomy of a human at like a really tuned it, like a level that was like
Absolutely.
amazing level of detail.
Yeah, so if you guys haven't seen it, please come out. It's the anatomatage table. It's 6 feet long. It's like a huge iPad. It loads up 6 cadavers. They can delete the skin, see the organs, see things flow throughout the body. It's rotate it. It just really has increased the rigor in that program even more.
Yeah.
So these are devices that are used in med school. So if you have a free time, please
Yeah,
come out to
it's really
CPI and we'll show
impressive.
you around.
Yeah.
Can you say
Yeah.
rigor?
Yeah.
Just ask him.
Yep. Increase that. I would like to acknowledge that Colson is also heading to our Skills USA state competition to represent CPI and collision repair, along with 17 other students that we have. So that is the beginning of April, and we look forward to seeing how well he does at the state competition.
Oh, that's
I
awesome.
think all you have to do is drive around on one of these snowy days and you can probably keep yourself pretty busy. Just going door to door.
Right.
Yeah, no, Commissioner Dershowitz, you've had a long affiliation with CPI.
Yeah, it's, your secondary program's amazing. Your adult learning situation is just amazing. You graduate dozens of LPNs every year. I just don't, I don't know what to say other than, Linver, I can attest that he's good at what he does, because when I had a problem with a Christmas gift this year, I brought it out and he tack welded my
Really?
Christmas gift back together and made it work, so.
Wow.
So I think if you're not an instructor, I think you may be well destined to be one someday. And we really appreciate you coming in. Again, artificial intelligence can't take a lot of these hard skills away. I mean, you know that these are things that people are going to need. And someday when you're an underwater welder and you know, you're 500 feet under the ocean and you're making things happen, you'll think back on these days and go, I learned it all here, right? But you know, the other programs, and I'm pretty familiar with some of your adult education programs, your affiliation with the natural gas industry, and so many other things that the CPI has to offer. There's so many opportunities between, you know, State College, Center Hills, and CPI. There's educational opportunities that people just, I think you said it best, you don't even know what you don't know yet, because there's so many opportunities out there. And we really wish you all the best. I think the success of the program trickles down to being a success for so many people in our community, and we really appreciate that and your relationship. And someday, maybe, if all the stars align, we can continue our relationship with CPI out at our public safety training site with a new education building that would be fantastic for the medical sciences as well. So hopefully it'll all fit together and it makes our area that much more prosperous. So thank you. And Mary Ann, thank you for the job you're doing leading the team out there. So
Thank you.
good.
Thank
And
you.
didn't realize that as CPI students, you can help save a commissioner's Christmas.
Yeah, it's all out there.
Yeah.
Should do photo with them.
All right. Anything else from the team at CPI?
I think we're good.
No? Well,
You can
come on
join
up
us,
for the
Mary.
photo, and Mary Ann can join too. JJ will send you the picture.
Congratulations. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Come over.
Thanks, Mary Ann.
We'll go over to Fergus.
Bring your team out.
Yeah, sure.
You can get wherever you
Are we tight enough, JJ, or we need to tighten up?
We'll get there.
Okay. All right. We're getting there?
Might be perfect, dare I
Okay.
say.
All right.
Everyone smile, 3, 2, 5. One more. Excellent stuff.
All right. It's nice to meet you. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you. Good to- whoops, sorry.
Good to meet you.
Good to see you.
Take care. See you, Jane, guys. See you, man. Thank you.
Right, and I don't know if Aaron did this on purpose, but we're going to continue our progression now to South Hills, which primarily deals with adult students. And so we have Paul Mazza and I believe 1 student and 2 instructors.
Correct.
So if you'd all come on over, and if you could try to fill the chairs in, because it gives the TV cameras a much better angle.
I will give you.
Steve, you stay seated. I
No,
I
come,
sit
no,
all
no.
day.
No, that's fine.
Much rather stand.
That's fine.
Thank you so much.
So South Hills has been around for multiple decades, very involved in the community with the music concerts and the Give Me Shelter fundraiser coming up here in just a few weeks. But you also provide a broad variety of programs for adults to receive 1 to 2 year certificates, and I know Center County government has been hiring South Hills graduates for decades. So hand it over to Paul, I believe.
Thank you, Commissioner Higgins and Commissioner Concepcion and Commissioner Dersham. We're very grateful to be here to take part in this recognition of Career and Technical Month. As Mark said, we've been around for 56 years. It's humbling to think how many decades we've been able to participate in the needs of the community and providing for skilled folks to go into the workforce. Our job, I take my job as the president and director of the school to keep tabs on what the needs are and fill those needs with program offerings that help our employers keep their operations running smoothly. I'm grateful to have this crew here with me today, and I'm going to speak very little and let them do the talking. We have our medical assistant program coordinator with us. We have a medical assistant soon-to-be graduate with us. And we have a new program that we're launching this fall that I've brought the program director for that program here today as well. So I'll start off by introducing Bobby Brumbaugh. Bobby is the program coordinator for our medical assistant 4-term or 1-year program. And Bobby's been with us for going on 7 years, and I'll let her share about the program and introduce her student.
So my name is Bobby Brumbaugh. Thank you for having us. I am the medical assistant coordinator and I am an instructor. I'm very passionate about my program. Medical assistants are, and I did write my notes out, I'm sorry. I don't want to miss anything because I am very passionate about my program. Medical assistants are trained to support both patients and providers by handling a mix of clinical and administrative duties. They take vital signs, prepare patients for exams, assist with procedures, give injections, perform the basics of lab tests. On the administrative side, they schedule appointments, manage medical records, handle billing, insurance, they help keep the office running smoothly. So in short, medical assistants are the versatile behind-the-scenes professionals who help ensure safe, efficient, compassionate patient care every day. As a medical assistant myself, I believe we all have a story as to why we choose to be in this profession, and mine is not much different than my students. but I became an instructor because I wanted to make a difference in the lives of those that I teach. I believe everyone deserves access to quality health care. And if I can pass on my passion to even a fraction of my students, then perhaps I can help shape a new generation of healthcare professionals, one that is grounded in compassion and empathy and genuinely care for their patients. So at South Hills, our students receive hands-on training. Hands-on training in vital signs, injections, EKGs, phlebotomy, electronic health records, patient intake, documentation, and just as importantly, they develop teamwork and adaptability because healthcare is ever-changing. They build these skills by practicing on each other. Their first injections they are giving to themselves before they're ever allowed to give to anybody else. We ensure that they're confident and prepared before they even enter their 330-hour community internships. In the classroom, they're not just mastering their clinical and administrative skills, they're discovering their passion for patient care and learning what it truly means to serve others in healthcare. Upon graduation, they are prepared to sit for the AAMA certification examination. Our students are actively serving in our community at organizations such as University Orthopedics and across many specialties within Geisinger, Mount Nittany, and Penn Highlands. These experiences spanned areas including cardiology, gynecology, urology, primary care, dermatology, neurology, and that's just to name a few. These partnerships give our students the real-world exposure and allow them to make meaningful contributions to their community. Many of our South Hills grads within actually the last 2 years have 100%, I have 100% employment rating. So what that means is my students that I've turned out from this medical assistant program are actively working in our community as medical assistants. So I'm going to turn it over now to my current student who's set to graduate in June of this year. She's currently out on her internship. This is Lena, I'm going to say her name wrong, Minium. And the reason I say her name wrong is because when I get in the beginning of her term as a South Hills student, I had classes here in State College and Altoona, and I always try and find a way to remember my student's name. And Lena's was one that I could not remember, and she said, just call me Red. So calling her Red did not leave me much choice but to only remember her as Red. So now I mess up her last name all the time. But she is very passionate for what she does as well. So I'm going to turn it over to Lena now and let her say a few words.
So I've always had a big passion in wanting to help others. Throughout my whole childhood, I always dreamed of being a nurse of some sort. At the age of 15, I became a volunteer firefighter, and I've been ever since. Throughout all the calls, the trainings, the classes, my passion became stronger each time. And I just knew I needed to make a move. I needed to go for it. In my high school years, I was in a health professions program, which was a 3-year-long program. We had a lot of hands-on skills, vital signs, wound cares. We did a lot. So I've learned a lot at South Hills. They have taught me a lot within the nursing program. I've sharpened my skills from school. I've learned a lot of medical terminology, which I struggled with, but I did it. I did vital signs, like Bobby said. I did injections, phlebotomy, which I love. And I learned that you always put your patients first, which I love the most. I'm currently in internship, and I love what I do. I love helping others whenever they need it the most. Upon graduation, I would love to utilize my skills in the medical assistant nursing program. I'm going to work a few years as an MA, and then I would like to pursue my passion even further and hopefully become a registered nurse at some point in time. Yep.
Great, sounds like a very good plan. And I believe, Paul, you have a big announcement of a new program.
I do, yeah, and I wanted to also thank Lena for being here. Lena actually is interning at Geisinger Reedsville, so not technically part of Center County, but we'll accept a Mifflin County internship. Lena lives that side of the mountain. But I will say, to Bobby's credit, and I'm sure Lena is carrying this tradition on, whenever I go into the lab, when you reach a certain age, and I've reached that age and perhaps exceeded it, you need to get lab work done every so often. So whenever I go into the lab, I always make sure that I have a South Hills grad drawing blood, because I know I'm not going to leave there with a big welt on my arm. I'm going to be treated properly. So thank you, Bobby, for training them well. But we do have an announcement. It's not secretive. We've started marketing for the program. I think it was back in December we were given the green light. As many of you know, South Hills, the name, South Hills School of Business and Technology, suggests business programs, which we have, and technology programs, which we have. We were thinking of changing the name, but it was going to be too unwieldy. South Hills Business School of Business, Technology, and Health. It just started to get too long to put on letterhead. But as you can see, with our medical assistant program and a program we're launching this fall, we have a substantial interest in supporting our community health providers. And in that regard, I'm very, very thankful to introduce Laura Finocchio, who is our program director for our new respiratory therapy program that's starting this fall. And Laura is going to share some of the wonderful opportunities that program gives and some of the great partnerships that we've been able to realize with our community healthcare providers in launching this new program. So, Laura.
Thank you so much. Hi, as Paul said, my name is Laura Finocchio, and I am the Respiratory Therapy Program Director for South Hills. We are so excited to announce that we are having our first class in August of this year. So for those of you who may not know, a respiratory therapist, we work alongside doctors and nurses to help patients that have heart and lung conditions. We are responsible for delivering medications, assisting with invasive procedures, and even managing ventilators when our patients are unable to breathe on their own. Our program is a 2-year associate degree program where our students will attend clinical rotations for more than half of their schooling. Our students have the opportunity to work with real patients at our clinical affiliate sites, and we have affiliations with health systems like UPMC, Geisinger, Penn Highlands, and more. Not only will our students have the opportunity to practice their hands-on skills and critical thinking in a fast-paced environment, but they will also be able to demonstrate their commitment to helping others. This often leads to a job offer from their clinical site or another within that health system, which means we're creating a student-to-employee pipeline to help meet the growing demand for respiratory therapists. So to give you some context, the Bureau of Labor Statistics projects respiratory therapy to grow at a rate of about 13%. Typically, healthcare fields grow at a rate of about 9%. So there's definitely a demand, and there's also jobs. We have received overwhelming support from our community. We were able to establish 17 different hospital sites for our students to practice and develop their passion for caring for others. Of those 17 sites, our respiratory therapy directors have estimated they have 3 to 5 job openings right now, and they will have 5 to 10 new jobs open every year for the next 5 years. So we are truly looking forward to meeting that growing demand for respiratory therapists, and by doing so, helping our communities to breathe better. Thank you so much.
Great.
Thank you, Laura.
Sounds wonderful, and amazing you're launching a new program.
And again, I want to thank this crew for joining me here today, but especially I want to thank all of you for recognizing the importance of career and technical education. There is no one-size-fits-all school option that I see as the perfect thing for every student. I've got 5 kids. 2 of them went traditional, 2 of them went technical. One, she's not quite sure, but right now she's doing well. But I think it's important that we have opportunity for our youngsters to really plug in where they see a passion and a proper fit. So CPI, actually one of my children is a CPI grad who is doing diesel mechanic work for Hawbaker. I have 2 children that went through South Hills. Not that I twisted their arms, they just chose to do that on their own. But I think it's important that we have those options. So I'm very grateful to all of you to getting that message out there that career and technical education is a real viable, valuable resource for our community to continue to support. So, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, as we've discussed before, technical education is fast. You can receive a certificate that will drastically boost your income in just a year or two. And as we found out from Colson, there are multiple different career paths that you can start from with your career and technical education. So the commissioners have been very supportive of the multiple schools in the county that offer this, and always an exciting time for us in late January, early February to offer this opportunity for our various schools to talk about what they do and highlight their students and introduce new programs. So very much appreciate South Hills coming, and Commissioner Concepcion.
Yeah, thanks for sharing about these programs. And there's so many different kinds of jobs within medical fields that require specialized training. And it's great to hear about this new respiratory program. And, thank you for sharing your story of how you got to the point of becoming a medical assistant and your future plans, and seeing how South Hills programs and these other kinds of career and technical programs can really set students on a path for any number of different specializations within medicine. And these are really important fields. We know as our population is getting older, we're going to need, more and more young people to be considering these health professions paths. So thank you very much. And I know you've got a range of other programs at South Hills, but it's great to hear about, particularly these fields that are so in demand right now. So.
Thank you, Commissioner Concepcion. Commissioner Dershowitz.
Well, I think it goes without saying, thank you for coming in today, because there's so many kids that, as Paul indicated earlier, kind of decide what they want to do, and these are very viable options. And I think the medical arts certainly are about as stable of a profession as you can pick, because as Commissioner Concepcion indicated, as we get older, we need more and more care. And I think it goes without saying again that without new hearts and minds out there learning the trade, we're in a bad way. So I appreciate what South Hills is doing, what CPI is doing, and that State College is, providing these skills to our young folks, and maybe a little bit older folks that decide maybe a second or third career is in the offing, that this is a good opportunity. And we would just want to thank you for being here and sharing your stories with us. And best of luck with your new program.
Thank you.
I think you're safe in a safe zone of learning there, because
Yes, sir.
as we get older, we have those respiratory issues.
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. We hope.
Do want to remind citizens, Center County government has $2,000 per year scholarships available for 2 years in a row to both CPI and South Hills. And the only requirements are you need to be a Center County resident and you need to work for one of our emergency response organizations. So a lot of different options there, and we've given away tens of thousands of dollars in scholarships, and would actually love to award more whenever possible.
I'd like to think that they earned those
Yes.
That's true.
scholarships.
They earned them, good point, just like with the Eagle Scout awards. But yes, they did earn them by doing difficult coursework and by doing the public service as well. So unless there's anything else, I think we'll do the photo and then do the proclamation.
Sounds
All
good.
right.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks. Come on up and we'll.
Laura, thank you. Oh, we'll get you through this.
I'm gonna let you slide to the front, because I know.
Thank you. Paul, thank you very much. Good job. You still have your sonograph program.
No, you're on this side.
That'd be great.
Just the tiniest bit.
Oh, you.
Look at us, all directions and everything.
Great, great. Smile,
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for
having us. Thank you so much again.
Thank you so much.
Good luck at everything.
Thank you.
Thanks, Paul. Well, for the folks at home, this took a little while, but it's a very important topic and one that is near and dear to the commissioner's heart. So let's adopt that proclamation.
I will move that we adopt Proclamation 5 of 2026 proclaiming February 2026 as Career and Technical Education Month in Center County.
I will second that with a big congratulations to all three programs for a fantastic job of educating so many people in our community. So, thank you.
So we have a motion and a second to adopt proclamation number 5, proclaiming February as Career and Technical Education Month in Center County. All those in favor do so by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Well, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
You don't need to stay. I know you're all very busy.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And in a minute here, we'll move over to Glenn, the warden of the Center County Correctional Facility, who actually runs his own training program here in Center County.
Maybe not as extensive.
Not as extensive.
Not as extensive as some others.
Definitely important so that our corrections officers can stay here in the county while they're working.
All ready?
Yeah, I think we're ready. Yeah, we're good.
Before you today, I have a memorandum of understanding with PA Care doing business at State College Medical or the Pinnacle Treatment Centers to provide outpatient treatment and medications for the opioid use disorder, the MAT program. The reason for this MOU is, according to DEA laws, there are certain medications that we're not allowed to store at the correctional facility. Them being a licensed outpatient treatment center, they can store those medications there, and then our medical staff picks up what we need about once a week. So they basically bill Prime Care, and then Prime Care in turn bills us with no upcharge for those medications. So we have to have this in place. The treatment center needs to know where the end user is going to be. So.
Makes sense.
Great. Well, thanks for covering this, Glenn. We do appreciate their support for our medical assisted therapy program, which appears to be paying dividends.
So far.
The number of individuals, unfortunately, perishing from drug overdoses in Center County appears to be on a slow but steady downward number, which is where we want to be.
Yes.
Commissioner Concepcion?
Yeah, thanks. This is an important program, so glad to have a partner in it.
All good. Thank you.
I'll move to add the memorandum of agreement with PA Care LLC, doing business as State College Medical or Pinnacle Treatment Centers, to next week's consent agenda.
We'll second it.
We have a motion and a second to add the memorandum of agreement with PA Care LLC, doing business as State College Medical or Pinnacle Treatment Centers, to next week's consent agenda. All those in favor do so by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Great. Thanks,
All
Glenn.
right, thanks.
Thank you.
And now we have Chris from Planning. Come on up. I think Lisa got everything back and running again.
Yeah, I tried to interrupt your video presentation, but
Yes.
yeah, well,
Yes.
it was the best I could do in short order.
So you have an MOU for a self-storage unit.
Thank you, Len. Good morning. As Commissioner Higgins said, this is for a self-storage unit. And just a real quick reminder of what this memorandum of understanding is that's being presented today. And this is a two-party agreement, and it's a two-party agreement between a developer and the county, whereby the developer will agree to reimburse the county for the costs associated with the county engineers reviewing and processing of the plan. So basically, it's just making sure that the developer will reimburse the county for the county's engineering's review and processing and approving of the plan. The plan is the Eagles Landing Self-Storage Unit Land Development Plan, and it's in Houston Township, and it's about 2.5 miles east of the Skytop Mountain Road, South Eagle Valley Road interchange. So when you come off of Skytop Mountain Road, You can take a left and go toward Port Matilda, or you can take a right, and in about 2.5 miles, there's going to be a site that has some existing buildings there already. And where they're proposing the 4,000 square foot self-storage building is along the eastern side of the property that's being developed with the existing buildings located thereon. And the portion of the plan that was prepared by the engineer is up on the screen. It's just, again, showing the 4,000 square foot self-storage building. And where they're going to access it is through the existing gravel area to gain access to that. And there's going to be roughly 24 units, which is about 12 square feet per unit. And so that is the memorandum of understanding that's being presented today.
Great, well, thanks for covering that, Chris. Looks like it's before Julianne, though.
It is.
All right. Any questions from the commissioners on this MOU? Sounds good.
Good.
All right.
I'll move to add the memorandum of understanding for the Eagle Landing self-storage unit to next week's consent agenda.
We'll second that.
We have a motion and a second to add the memorandum of understanding for the Eagle Landing self-storage unit to next week's consent agenda. All those in favor, do so by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Great. Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
Thank you.
And then now we have Quentin here from Aging with a sort of a cute program. Hopefully, our bingo sharks will take advantage of it.
Yep. Requesting consideration for approval of a contract with Exercise Innovations LLC to implement Bingo Size in the senior centers. Bingo Size is a multi-week evidence-based health program, promotion program which combines exercise, health education with the familiar game of bingo while encouraging participants to move and socialize. The contract total is $1,735, which includes a 2-year license, 3 facilitator trainings, and game supplies. It'll run from January 27th, 2026 to January 27th, 2028. With the health promotion programs, it can be difficult to get older adults to participate in these evidence-based programs. And this is a program that was recommended to us that the older adults do enjoy in the senior center, so that's why we have selected it, as we are required to provide health promotions in our senior centers.
Great, well, it sounds like a good idea, Quentin. Sounds like a lot of fun. And we definitely want to encourage our seniors to move around and to socialize. Commissioner Concepcion?
Yeah, sounds good. I like the idea of gamifying it.
Yes. Commissioner Dershowitz?
I just have to check this out when it actually occurs.
Yes.
Well, you're certainly invited.
Not to play, I just want to watch.
Oh, all right. You can always play, Steve.
I think I'll just watch.
All right. Well, unless there's any questions from Tim on this one? No? All right. Looks like we can take a motion.
I'll move that we add the contract with Exercise Innovations LLC to next week's consent agenda.
I will second that.
We have a motion and a second to add the contract with Exercise Innovations LLC to next week's consent agenda. All those in favor, do so by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Great. Thanks,
Thank
Quentin. And now Julia's got a couple of items for us for appears to be intellectual disability and maybe drug and alcohol.
Correct. So good morning. So the first is a letter of agreement with IFC Services Incorporated to provide intellectual disability services, including residential, in-home community supports and behavioral supports. This contract is for one individual. So we have one individual that we have staying with IFC in their residential services. He's there for a short term while we are awaiting a waiver. So this is expected to be a short term. This is actually a collab clients between Children and Youth Services and Mental Health. They took a look at who made the most sense to fund the stay, and it turned out to be mental health. So it's nice that those departments work together to make decisions regarding what makes the most sense financially and obviously for the individual.
Yeah.
The second is a contract addendum with Cadenzia. This is for a 6-month extension. We actually had somebody utilize Cadenzia's inpatient between November and December, so we needed to extend the contract so we'd be able to pay for their stay.
Great, well, thanks for covering those, Julia, and thanks to the county departments for working together to find the most cost-effective and highest quality option for the individual. Any questions from the commissioners on these couple items? No.
I will move to add the MHID, EI, DNA items 1 and 2 to next week's consent agenda.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to add the 2 items for MHID, EI, drug and alcohol to next week's consent agenda. All those in favor do so by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Great. Thanks, Julia.
Thank you.
Got kind of an average-sized consent agenda today.
I'll move to approve the consent agenda.
I will second that.
We have a motion and a second to approve this week's consent agenda. All those in favor do so by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. And John, we have a upcoming community event that we're going to sponsor the taping of for CMAT.
Yes, good morning, Commissioners. Before you, for consideration, is the sponsorship of the annual Ron and Mary Maxwell Community Spelling Bee, which is scheduled to be held on Wednesday, September 30th.
Happy to sponsor it as long as Commissioner Dershowitz mentioned earlier, I don't have to participate.
As long as you don't have to spell.
That's like I'm usually eliminated first, second round at best.
Yeah,
I wasn't skilled for that kind of
You're
stuff.
pretty good at nits.
Any questions on this item? All
Sounds
right.
good. I will move that we approve the CNET sponsorship for the 2026 Ron and Mary Maxwell Community Spelling Bee.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the CNET sponsorship for the 2026 Ron and Mary Maxwell Community Spelling Bee. All those in favor do so by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. And Commissioner Concepcion, I'm assuming
Yeah,
we
we have
have a check.
We do have the check run. The check that I'd like to point out today on the check run is to Send Clear Child Services. They're one of our partners in early intervention, among other departments. And with that, I'd like to move that we approve the check run dated January 23rd.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the check run dated January 23rd. All those in favor do so by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. And John, you just did the administrator's report last week, so I'm pretty sure we're not going to have one
Yeah,
right
nothing
now.
nothing to report at this time.
All right, and Commissioner Concepcion, I believe we don't have a
Don't have a
voter's
voter
registration
registration report this week.
All right, so I'll use those couple seconds to thank the county 24/7 shops. It's not just the correctional facility and 911 and emergency management, but a number of our human service agencies do operate 24/7. Probation's always on call, several other court departments as well. And facilities was what I was going to finish with. Not usually a 24/7 shop, but we do appreciate them volunteering to work in shifts, to keep all of our facilities, 24/7 facilities open during the storm, and to get things cleaned up after the storm for all the other county departments. I have no idea where they're putting the snow in downtown Bellefonte. I'm not sure we want to know.
Or that.
So anything else you'd like to add, John?
No, it's just, like you said, the team was out on the, throughout the storm and just tried to keep up with pushing snow out of the way, and we were able to open up this morning, and hauling operations are now underway to, like you said, to get them out of, the piles out of the way to completely open up our lots and places like that, so.
Yeah.
And it's going to be blistering cold over the next several days, so make sure that you look out for the vulnerable folks in our community, particularly the elderly, and keep your pets inside. So.
Yeah.
And drifting snow.
Not to mention.
Yeah.
I heard on Friday night, the low was -13.
Ooh.
Friday and Saturdays.
Oh, man. Yeah, so definitely pets outdoors for a couple minutes, do their business, and then back in. Yeah, all right. So moving on to a slightly related announcement, the Center County America 250 PA kickoff event will take place tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. at the Center County Courthouse steps. However, if you would please monitor the weather and watch our social media for any updates. I believe we'll be meeting shortly after this to figure out exactly what we might be doing with that event. Obviously, we need to double check with the courts, the sheriff, and the America 250 organization. But I believe the low tomorrow night will be 3. So, quite
And
cold.
the parking situation in the borough as well,
Yes.
with all the snow. So parking could be compromised.
So
Yep.
we will have updates on that here in the not too distant future. If you're pressed, contact JJ, and as soon as we have info available, he'll let you know. Do we have any executive sessions to report or hold, John?
None to report, however, there is a need to hold an executive session for a personnel matter.
All right. The remainder of our public meeting schedule on Thursday, we have the Finance Committee meeting at 1. Tuesday, February 3rd, the Board of Commissioners at 10. And then Thursday, February 5th, the combined Salary Board and Board of Commissioners meeting at 10. And we'll do our best to answer questions from the press.
Yeah, just kind of curious how the county prepared for that storm, since we knew several days in advance
Right.
that was coming.
Well, the commissioners met with many of the affected departments, especially facilities. We also coordinated closely with the court system, which actually calls their schedule slightly differently than ours. I believe they did end up having to move around some jury trials because obviously we're not going to be able to have a whole bunch of jurors show up at 8 in the morning on Monday, much less where they put their cars. We also prepared with our 911 department, with our emergency management agency, and with PEMA. And knock on wood, thanks in large part to the facilities department, at least at the county operations level, we didn't appear to have too many issues. And I think it's the biggest snowstorm we've had in 5 or 6 years. So great question.
And talking like kind of how it is now, I know it's mainly up to the municipalities for snow removal, but
Yes.
kind of on a county-wide basis, how's that process going?
Well, that, as you mentioned, is more up to the municipalities, and that will vary tremendously. Some of our larger downtowns, such as Phillipsburg, Bellefonte, and State College, possibly even Millheim, have issues in terms of where they're going to put the snow after they even plow it. But obviously, all the merchants are back open again. There are at least some spots available. So, please do your shopping to keep our downtowns vibrant. Thanks. Anything? All right. Unless there's anything else for the good of the order, then I think we can adjourn at 11:04.
Well, I guess executive session. So I'll move, we
Executive session.
enter executive session at 11:04.
Second. A motion and a second to enter executive session at 11:04. All those in favor do so by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. We are in executive session.